The world was already breaking, but not in the way people expected. There were no wars that ended it, no disasters that destroyed everything at once. Instead, the world was slowly disappearing in pieces. One moment, a street would be full of people. The next moment, that street would no longer exist. Not destroyed, not collapsed, just gone, like it was never there. No rubble, no bodies, no sound. Only empty space remained. Scientists called this phenomenon reality fractures. No one understood it. No one could stop it. In this broken world, there was one thing keeping everything from falling apart completely. A man named Kale Riven. Kale stood on top of a ruined tower in the capital city. The wind moved through his black coat as he looked over the collapsing world. Below him, buildings flickered in and out of existence. Entire blocks vanished, then returned, then disappeared again. The world could not stay stable. A soldier ran up behind him, out of breath. "Kale, the West District just disappeared. There's nothing left." Kale did not turn around. "How many survived?" he asked. The soldier hesitated. "We don't know. The entire area is gone. No signals, no bodies, nothing." Kale closed his eyes briefly. Then he spoke. "I will stabilize it." He stepped off the tower, not down, forward. As he fell, the air beneath him hardened, forming invisible steps that only he could use. He landed in the middle of the broken city. The moment he arrived, the world reacted. The collapsing space around him slowed. Buildings that were about to vanish stayed in place. The fractures stopped spreading nearby. This was his ability. Absolute continuity. As long as Kale was present, reality could not fully collapse in that area. He was not saving the world. He was holding it together. A deep crack opened in the sky. A massive reality fracture spread across the clouds. From it, something fell into the city. It wasn't a normal creature. It had no stable form. Parts of it existed. Parts of it did not. It looked like a hole in reality that had learned how to move. It let out a distorted sound that came too late, like the world was struggling to process it. Kale slowly raised his hand. A black sword formed in his grip. He looked at the creature without expression. Then he said, "Don't move." The space around the creature tightened slightly. Its movement slowed. Not stopped, but weakened. Kale moved forward.
One step at a time. The ground beneath him tried to collapse, but failed to do so near his presence. He reached the creature and swung his sword once. A clean strike. The creature did not bleed. It simply stopped existing, like an error being removed from reality. Silence returned. The city stabilized again. For now. Later, in a command center far away, leaders watched Kale through surveillance screens. An old general spoke first. If Kale wasn't here, this world would already be gone. A scientist responded quietly. That is true. Then he hesitated. But there is something wrong. Everyone turned to him. He continued. The system reacts to him. It is as if the world itself does not accept his existence. Far above Earth, something was watching. Not a god, not a machine, but something in between. A floating structure made of shifting text. Words appeared and disappeared constantly, forming and rewriting reality itself. This was the editor. A message formed within it. Continued existence detected. An uneditable variable is present. Stability threat confirmed. Back on Earth,
Kale stood alone on a broken highway. The wind was silent, too silent. Then a girl approached him. She wore a healer's uniform and carried a medical bag. She looked tired, but steady. "You're always alone," she said. Kale did not look at her. "That is better," he replied. The girl frowned. "No, it's not." She stepped closer. "People need each other." Kale finally looked at her. His expression did not change. "People depend on things," he said, "and things break." The girl didn't leave. Instead, she answered softly, "My name is Lyra. I will still treat your injuries." Kale turned away. "I don't get injured." Lyra sighed. "That's not how people work." For a moment, Kale paused, but he said nothing. That night, Kale stood alone on a broken bridge. The city around him flickered faintly as reality continued to break. Then something changed. The air around him shifted, like the world had skipped a frame. A thin line of text appeared in the sky. Only he could see it. Subject identified, Kale Riven. Status, immune variable. Rewrite process initiated. Kale narrowed his eyes. Rewrite? The text flickered once, then disappeared. Elsewhere, Lyra walked through a medical camp. People around her were talking, but something felt wrong. A soldier spoke. "Who is Kale? I don't remember that name." Another replied, "Maybe you're confused." Lyra stopped walking. Her hand slowly lowered. A strange feeling entered her mind, like she was forgetting something important, something she should not forget. Back on the bridge, Kale looked at his hand. For a moment, his fingers became slightly transparent. He stared at them. So it has started. Above him, the sky cracked faintly. A deep pressure spread across reality. Not loud, not visible, but undeniable. Then a voice echoed across the world. Not sound, meaning itself. Editing initiated. Kale looked up. For the first time in a long time, his expression changed slightly.